And this is the underlying reason why I'm always vexed when people disregard instructions. My anger and frustration is not the instruction they disregarded. It's the ripple effect and danger in the long run when God speaks to them privately. Because then I will not be there and I don't have knowledge of the instruction God will give to them. That means I can't help them. So it's not just for the present. It is the fear for the future. Are you with me? Let's take a look at Saul. You all know the story. God gave him an instruction to go and utterly destroy Amalek. And God was specific. Man, woman, beast, infant, suckling. Like the instruction was so precise. There was literally no room for ambiguity. God's instruction was not ambiguous in any sense, so there was no loophole to it. It says utterly destroy. The instruction was so specific. But there was one problem. Saul was not seen being a man under authority. You see, some people think being under authority is burdensome. They want to be their own boss. They don't know the safest place to be is under authority. It says not many of you should become teachers. It says for teachers will be judged more strictly. That means when day of judgment comes, the measure God will use in judging me is more serious than the measure in judging an average believer. Yes. All right? Being under authority gives you the privilege to be susceptible to instruction. People who have learned to be under authority does not find it hard to follow the voice of God. But when you meet people who only honor authority when it suits them, you realize something, that their life and destiny will always be under peril. Because if you have not learned to outrightly obey a man you see, it will be impossible to obey the God you do not see. You can lie to yourself all you want, but you realize that out of 100% of the instruction God gives you, you are not even meeting up with up to 50%, because you already have a disposition to disregard divine instructions. Take it up a little. Are you learning something tonight? You already have that disposition. So one thing you must help yourself do is understand that one of the ministries to secure your destiny God has given to you is subjecting you under instruction. If you can cultivate the discipline to follow instruction to the man you see, it will become much more easier to follow the instruction of the God you do not see, because you already have a disposition to align to instructions. Do you know why for God to use Moses as a savior, he ensured he was taken by Pharaoh's daughter? It was not just about escaping death. If it was about escaping death, there was a better way to escape death. God wanted to teach Moses the discipline of following instruction. So Moses was schooled in the way of the Egyptians and was being trained into becoming the next Pharaoh. That means he had to be remolded by instruction and discipline on how pharaohs behave. He had to be placed under tutors and governors until the time appointed for him to become a pharaoh. That was what God wanted to accomplish. When God was done accomplishing it, he left Egypt. When God finally showed up and said, go and save my people, there was not too much argument. Because he had already learned the importance of being under authority, of listening to instruction. Are you with me? Saul didn't have that. David was not the first son. Taking care of the sheep in the wilderness was imposed on him.